you, girl, I mean, I'll be like, you gotta go.
Of course, I wouldn't listen to me. That's a lot of money to turn down for 1 week. I'll fight, I'll laugh, whatever. I will do it. And I will make sure that these animals here are very well taken care of. I will hire 2 people, one for the upstairs dogs and one for the downstairs. Because everyone, the way I say that is when I leave the house, I separate because I call, and I know people are going to get mad at me, but I call the downstairs dogs my woke mob. Okay, because they always want to fight. And then the upstairs dogs are like this sweet, nice, calm. So when I'm here at my,
You're with the
with them,
woke mob.
I'm with all of them. No, they're all together now. But when I go to sleep, they're all together. But when I leave the house, there's certain my Yorkie's tough. So I separate my Yorkie from my 14-year-old poodle. I just need them to rest because she gives them a little anxiety. So if I would leave, there would have to be 2 different people. I wouldn't trust one. One person would be taking care of the dogs upstairs, and the other person would be taking care of the dogs downstairs.
Everyone hears your woke mob every week, so they are very aware of your woke mob. How is your woke mob enjoying their nom nom dog
They
food?
love it a lot. Listen to me. I've been mixing their nom nom with they only eat dry food, so this is such a treat to them. I would give them my lettuce. I would give them a little cucumber, stuff like that, but they're loving it.
Because it's real food. It's like you see the pieces of the protein in this.
When it comes back in again, because I freeze it and then I take a packet out as I need it to mix it. When it comes in again, I'll show you the way the packets come. They're lovely.
Well, you know what? For everyone that isn't going to trynom.com/velvet, they're losing out because you get 50% off, girl. 50.
Wow. Very good.
What sponsor of ours gives 50% off? Nom Nom does. And it really is the best dog food. So I'm glad.
It really is.
Right. I'm glad that okay, good. We'll get you some more on there. So you should say yes to girls trip. So yeah. So I mean, listen, so Carolyn doesn't want to be there. Alex McCord, listen, Brandi wants to be there. But
of course,
the Carolyns, the Alex McCords, they really they say no. And then it's like, you talk to the family and they're like, it's $250 for a week, go. So Carolyn went for money, which there's nothing wrong with that. Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
So picture her, she gets there, she's like sitting there, she's there for her money. And then Brandi comes right. I mean, look, you don't get sent home for no reason. You have to, it has to be, to me,
some kind of violent thing.
Right. Some kind of violent thing or racial. I mean, you have to say some racial. Slur. Right.
And it wasn't racial.
And so everyone's like, oh, it wasn't violent. I mean, still dumping a tray, like she dumped a tray of food all over Carolyn, and there's spilt milk and orange juice and butter and croissants. And I guess that I'm just making this a breakfast tray, and there's yogurt bits and Carolyn.
Yeah.
That is considered violent. Like that is considered, you get sent home for that. She doesn't have to punch her or pull her hair.
No.
For her to be sent home. So, I mean, Brandi, you know what it is? It's Brandi is, I'm going to say this, and I like Brandi. I really do. She speaks the truth. She is like Danielle Staub. She cannot help herself.
Nope. She just flies by the seat of her pants. That's the bottom line.
She gets in her own way. Her own way. So it's like, look, she was on the first girls trip. Yep. She's on the Traders, which is on Peacock. It's a brilliant show. She probably got $250 for the first one, say 200, $100 for the Traders. That's like
fantastic.
Between these 3 shows on Peacock, this is like $500,000. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So now, are you going to be invited back?
I don't know.
Think so. I really think this could be like, do not use.
I agree, because maybe she can't be trusted. I don't know though. Because you don't know how Bravo, whoever ever doing this show, who is ever doing this show, could have provoked it a little bit. Because I don't know if Brandi's that close with Dina. I mean, the producers could have went tap, tap, tap. I don't think they said throw the food, but they could have said tap, tap, tap. Say this to Caroline, tap, 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 because they needed some drama. And then Brandi took it a little too far. I don't foresee Brandi just out of the clear blue sky saying, oh, blah, 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 Dina. No, because they're not that close. They're not hanging out besties. So someone did the tap, 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 David.
I think you're right. And I don't even think they did the tap, tap, tap. I think they did the tap, tap, tap. Vicky Gunvalson, say this. I think they just said tap, 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 Vicky, mention Dina. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not. What? Carolyn Manzo from New Jersey? Thick as thieves, fam. No. Vicky Gumbelson out. Bye, bitch.
Yes.
Tap, tap, tap. Hey, Eva. Girl, I'm smoking my pot. I'm not mentioning this to Carolyn Manzo. Tap, tap, tap. Who else is there? Tap, tap, tap.
They
Alex
said
McCord.
Camille was involved in it too. They said Camille was involved. Right. I could listen when Caroline Manzo was on the New Jersey show. Here's a big fish and a little pond. So she was a little bullyish, pushed her weight around. She got away with like a lot. Okay, they always gave her a good at it, but now she's a little fish in a big pond, and you're playing with the big boys now. Okay. You got Brandi. She's a big boy. She's someone you don't want to mess with. You even got Camille. Camille tells it like it is. I don't know who else would go head to her, but now you got a couple of girls that don't give a flying F like we don't, who are just going to do what it's going to take. Now, of course, like Danielle Staub, when she pulled Margaret's hair and almost yanked her head off her neck. Now you get Brandi throwing the food at her because who knows what Caroline said back to her, so it escalated. But yeah, I mean, remember, big fish in a small pond, small fish in a big pond. That's the difference.
It's really the same thing. I mean, you could say what you want. That was Danielle's final act. I mean, you're like a friend of, you're pulling a housewife's hair. It's physical. But that was it. She could never come back. It wasn't just a yank.
It wasn't just a yank.
It's over.
It was a yank and a pull where Margaret's head was all the way back. I was like, oh my God. She's going to broke her neck.
Legally, it's over. I mean, Danielle cannot. She can't. No, she can't. No, I mean, Margaret, I'm sure Margaret walked into the corner in pain and smiled from ear to ear and when no one was looking, like, I got you, bitch. I mean, that's just it.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I agree.
I say that all the time. You want to put your hands on me? Please put them on. Please.
Yep.
Because then, I mean, I also go to the police and I do legal. So, I mean, Margaret, Danielle.
So would I.
Yeah.
So would I.
If I were Margaret, I would have done a whole legal thing. That's just me. I would be, right. I mean, Danielle doesn't have any money, but that's a whole nother story. But she can't help herself. So, right, you tap this one, you tap that one, and then you go tap, tap, tap. And Brandi, and she's like, okay, great. I mean, I agree with you. I think they said mention Dina. I don't think they said take a tray. And
no,
Brandi,
of course not.
She's like, what am I going to do to make good time? Girl.
Well, also, because Caroline Manzo might have said something back to her. Like, we don't know what transpired to make Brandi flip. So, whatever. But it had to be bad, what she did to kick her off the show. And we'll see what happens to Brandi. I think she'll be asked to do other things because she's a live wire. Not Bravo, maybe not. But there could be other people looking because they love that stuff. They love that Jerry Springer type shit.
She was on Celebrity Big Brother, but it's not the same as Girls Trip. This she was becoming like a go-to for Peacock. And I mean, I'm just like, girl, like if you I think she ruined her opportunity. I really do. And I really like her. I really do.
Me too. She makes good TV.
And then imagine the opposite of that, not getting escorted out. Imagine Carolyn being like, keep your money. I'm out. She calls home because we have seen Carolyn cry on the show. She does.
Absolutely.